Hi folks, and welcome back to Minecraft. Soak Steve. So unfortunately last time I played with Legsplayers, all of my footage got corrupted. So I'm going to be recording a few solo episodes covering the same material that we did as a group. So if you go and watch the recordings on Hardleg's channel, this will be about 2 weeks later on. See what we've been up to since then. Yeah, this first episode is just going to be a little tour of the houses. Next up, I'll be fighting the Wither a couple times. And last episode, I'll be fighting the dragon. Anyway, so yeah, this is my place. I guess we'll see most of these farms. Little tweaks here and there to most of them. This is my villager farm. Got all of them labeled what enchantments they sell over here. In case you're wondering how this works, got a villager down underneath with in a room full of doors. If I don't want them to breed, I just remove the doors. This area in here counts as a village when there are doors down, so that enables them to breed, provided they have food, which they can just pick up on their own from the middle there. Let's see, up top here is that overworld pigman farm. Made a couple tweaks to it. Mostly I made it so I can remove the turtle eggs and put down these platforms so that the pigmen can walk through. That way, if I ever want to just sit here and gain EXP, all I have to do is put a turtle egg right here and a snowman right here. And that'll continuously have the pigmen coming down and dying in the central column rather than the side columns. It's a much better way of AFKing for EXP. Let's see. Down here in these chambers, been working on fish and squid farm. Not perfectly efficient, but just go down here. It's a little room where the fish and squid just sort of drop down through. Works better for squid than for fish. Let's see, over here's some stable. Finally found some donkeys. Reading those a little bit. Not much more useful than the llamas are. Got a few more skeletal horses. Found another batch of those. Not too much has changed down in this area. But let's see. Back here, got the little mob farm. Added in a little section where I can sort of push the ones that survive over to me with water and kill them. On the unlikely event that they survive the fall. Cobblestone farm, broken down auto farm, shoots bone meal at the plants. Just farm whatever crop you want from there. Here's my little turtle pen. Basically, whenever I want turtle shells, I just lay some eggs down in there. When the turtles grow up, their shells will be picked up by the hopper line underneath. Got some hopper mine carts underneath the sand. Makes that much easier. Then I just kill the turtles afterwards, or however I want to do it. Let's see, over here, the sea pickle farm. Just put some bone meal on those, and those grow. Pots, or whatever this is called. Muzzle? I forget the word for it, but yeah, this kind of dirt. Over here, I'm working on a improved EXP farm. Basically combines a carpet duplicator with a fast cactus grower. So it uses the carpets for fuel, and it smelts the cactuses into cactus green dye, and sort of hoops them out into lava at the end to destroy the end product. So there's no waste to this. Just sort of see the cactuses going. Yeah, cactuses give more EXP than like kelp would. Before this, I had just like a line of the very basic cactus farms like I got over there. Just running into this corner furnace, being burnt off that way. But that used up the kelp blocks. So now I should no longer have any need for the kelps unless I want them for aesthetic purposes. Got some partially made portals set up here. I'm going to be working on a perma loader at some point so that this area remains loaded in at all times, even when there's no players online. That way it'll continue to generate EXP through the furnace lines, and the other farms will continue to work while I'm offline. Little brewing station, put whatever ingredients in the line for whatever potion you want at the end, and then just turn on this clock and pull the lever, and that'll send bottles through and poop out the potions at the end. Over here is just a basic carpet duper and rail duper. Just pull the levers and they'll start duplicating those, which is quite useful. Glad I finally figured out how to do those. Saves on time and resources. My mushroom farm, the upper side of my mob farm. It's where the slimes come out for my slime farm. Don't currently have it running, but got more slimes than I'll ever really use. It's the end for my iron farm. Iron farm just has villagers on each side and doors set up so that the center of the village is considered about where that hole is. So the iron golems will spawn there and fall through and die. Pick up the iron through that way. Got my different types of trees all lined up over there. Wherever I want a particular type of wood. Over here is my house, which is purely aesthetic. Got my fancy ceiling. Got one of each type of head now. So we've defeated the dragon. Got that. Lever so he can talk. Blah, blah, blah. Got the egg that the dragon drops. Spare armor. It's non ad astra mollis e terras via. Just a little quote from the Stoic philosopher Seneca. No easy way from the earth to the stars. Just want to have something above my doorway. Got my cats. Leftovers from building this place. Got my upside down dog, Grum. Anything you put the name Grum on will appear upside down. Got a little fish tank up in here. Like 4 fish in there. Got some parrots lining the upstairs. All the treasure maps I've done thus far. Lining the edges. Up here's the bedroom. Little vines. Very emerald-centric design. Of course, you can swim with the fish if you want. Out here is a little balcony. You can jump down into the pool from here. A little design I got going inside the pool. I think that's quite pretty. And of course I got the conduit set up over here so you can't drown. It's a nice little sculpture. Of course my 2 polar bears. Brought them over here as cubs. Arcus and Arcus and Callisto. 2 Ursa Major and Ursa Minor bears. And here's my little bartender. There's the aquarium centerpiece. A little record player. Not too many records. This is the only one worth listening to. Considered making a record farm, but yeah. Unfortunately, in this version of the game, you can't make a continuous record player, so it automatically like shoots the record out and then puts it back in. So every time you want to play a song, you have to put it in manually. So less excited about the idea of collecting records. There's Carsworth's source. Often leaves it over here. And I guess we'll head over to James's place. Check out what he's been up to since Joe's recordings. On my little Blue Eyes trail. Love watching just everything fly by. Here's James's place. Got a little pathway. Got a skeletal horse that I gave him. Got his beacon set up. Boat areas. Beacon set up underneath. Down there. He's got his dragon head set up. Cactus waistband. Map of the house. Smelting area. The enchanting area. Little red carpet pathway. It's very nice. There's that underwater railway Carsworth has been working on. It's a nice little scenic route. Let's see. Got his little tree and storage room. And of course, if you're wondering what this wood button is down here for, it's for his secret room. Hasn't shown this one yet. Nice little pillar setup's gone. That's where his beacon is. Mostly under construction still. Not sure what he's intending to use this all for. Same as sort of fallout shelter or something like that. Considered making a secret room, but you know, we're all actually friendly people here. We don't have any trolls or griefers or anything, so we're free to you know, just free to take it easy and build however we want. And sort of see Carsworth's path under there. Over here's Turtle Island. Not as many turtles as have been in here at points. Been doing a lot of purging, but yeah, it's just a little pen. Got some seagrass and whatnot over there. See Carsworth path. Sort of turns and goes up and connects to the main walk path between our houses. Next up is Joe's place. Got his little farms. Got his skeletal horse pen. And there's the I believe he called it the Death Star beacon shaft. Nice looking area. Of course, further over here, this is a little dock. Come out here and fish and not have to worry about phantoms and whatnot. Of course, back to the tree room. Not too much has changed over there. The upper level of the beacon. And there's a little enchanting room. Got a few spare enchantments over there. Glad I don't have to use my enchanting table anymore. I've finally collected a villager for each type of enchantment. Makes it way faster to get what I want on armor. Here's all of Joe's little farms. Pumpkins and potatoes and wheat. Storage area. All these go down, separating case by one level. As a little secondary chicken pen. Was downstairs. Got his catacombs. Little random offshoots he's been mining. And of course, in here is the his little arena. And turn the lights on and prevent more enemies from spawning. He's added in a little area of water so they can't walk up to the player as easily, which is nice. If you pull the switch, it'll shoot up these cobblestone blocks so that the player can walk easily through over where the water is. It's like he's still got some dark spots up top where the enemies can spawn. Ooh. Jumpy spiders. Yeah, then those tunnels just go back into more pillars and whatnot. Not really used for anything. Everyone else just likes to come pass the time by mining. Let's see. Now off to Carsworth's place. There's Carsworth's beacon set up. Got the different material tiers for his. Of course, this is the spot where his original little hole-in-the-ground house was. That's all been converted into a mine shaft. Goes down to bedrock. He just it's where he spends most of his time, just mining out in random directions, just cooling off from the day, I guess. Mentioned, I think this would be a cool looking spot for like a dwarven village or something. Just little houses along the edges. Enjoys fighting the slimes, I understand. And of course, when he's done collecting materials, he just ships them off upstairs to his little Bargain Bob. Bargain Bob's Block Bazaar, I believe he called it. It's that 70s show's reference. I'm not really familiar with that 70s show, personally. Never got into it. But, yeah, he just drops off all his excess blocks over here. There's Bargain Bob himself. These were all filled with cobblestone at one point. Still got some cobblestone left. But yeah, all these are unlabeled, but yeah, the different building materials all set up over here. All adjusted items are free. These are employees only, though. And over here we got his skeletal horse, which he never took the sign down for. Got his coke beans, other crops. It's a assortment of animals. These dyed sheep. A lot of the mushroom cows. I got a couple of those at my base, but there's not really a need for them. Never really been too much into soup. Then down here we have the entrance to Carsworth's house. I think it'd be nice if we decorated the entrance a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice little underwater house. And here's just a little armor storage. Got the main room. Got a little kitchen. Excess foods in here. Fireplace, dogs. Collecting the music discs. Got 4 left to collect. Down here's the basement. So white carpeting, still working on that. And just a general storage. And here's the main bedroom. Nice little rainbow flag floor. Along with his cats and parrots. General storage. Over here's the enchanting bit room, complete with anvil. And here's the brewing room. Mostly water in these chests. There's little framed glass bottles. It's a nice little touch. And here's the bathroom. Got a little bathtub, toilet. Yeah, it's a nice little touch. And here's the guest room. It's pink and purple. Lots of paintings along the sides. And a nice little decorated place. Yeah, that's everyone's house. So from here, I'm going to show you what we've been up to in Nether and the overworld, a little bit further away. I am still getting used to the elytra. And if we fly off behind Joe's house, we can see the pyramid he's been constructing. It's a little hollow area. We'll see what it looks like when he's finished with that one. And if we fly off northeast from here, we'll eventually land at the Ocean Temple. Made this into a guardian farm. Left most of the main structure intact. Got a little fishing station over there. Down here's where you collect the drops from the guardians. Took a good few days to clear this all out, but it's been nice having all the sea lanterns and such. No other real good way to get those materials. And of course, if we go further east from here, there's another temple that we'll probably be conquering a little bit later on. And continuing on east, we should run into Joe's outpost. There we are. It's Joe's furthest outpost. So this base was he was actually trying to make a railway back to his house, but I ended up tunneling in the wrong direction and came up over here. Go ahead and check out what this big portal leads to. It's one of his little nether outposts. I haven't been over here before, so assume this leads back to one of the main bases. Interesting roof design. Looks shield-like. Go ahead and take this. See how far it goes. Lighting the way with fire. I guess missing some track there, it looks like. I don't see a button or anything to get in through here. I'll just remove the door. I haven't seen this outpost either. There's another big nether portal. Doesn't seem like it connects up anywhere else. Let's see where this goes. Oh. It's more patriotic. Not sure where this outpost. Oh, that's pretty. Look at there. That's the downward way. Anything else back here? It's a rail station. No. It's pretty far out. 6,000 blocks. Not sure what the deal is with this section. Appears to just be a mine, but I would expect some kind of railway at some point. This leads to the surface. Well, now. I have no idea what this location is all about. Oh, there's a little cobble path. See where that takes us. Doesn't appear to be anything over this way. Okay then. So Joe's got a giant fiery penis tower. Been keeping this one secret. As it goes down into a chasm here. Well, I guess we'll head up top real quick then. Spirally. Looked like there was an offshoot there. Okay. That's where the PP comes out. Okay, so I guess you can just come up here, admire the scenery, and jump off at any point. Very interesting. Alright, so that's what the offshoot was. Interesting, Joe. Lex's his little private projects. Never tells anyone about. Don't serve any particular purpose. It looks interesting, at any rate. Something to do with all those materials he's been gathering, I suppose. He's probably planning on making a railway back, like, somewhere else. Anyway, you've seen it here first, folks. That's what he's been up to. Sort of in the middle of nowhere. Guess we'll take a little train ride back. So if we continue on in this direction, it should take us to another one of Joe's outposts. There we are. And here's the one we came upon in an earlier episode. Down there's that mine shaft Joe's portal led up into. And here's what we call the cage base, because it's made of ooh, a lot of bad lighting around here apparently. Over here, it's made of all the various fences from the mine shaft. Looks like it's supposed to be an arena to fight in, but it just goes down. Let's see, that path leads back to our homes, I believe. Yeah, that one leads back home, and this one leads to that base we were just at. I made the elevator up for him, because having to climb up a ladder is a pain in the ass. There's a massive tree right there. Alright, and there's that, his first nether fort. Just leads, this rail just leads back to my house. There's the interior of Joe's first nether fort. A couple overlooks. That little pathway down there just leads to the Ocean Temple. Portal there. Of course, if we head back this way, bring us back to my place. Down here's the walkway to the end portal. If we go all the way up these stairs, this will bring you to my pig arena, which has now been made redundant due to the overworld pigman farm. But yeah, nice little way to come get it EXP, kill some dudes. And all the area around this I've filled up with slabs as much as I can, just to prevent any undesired spawns. In the future, I'll probably convert the arena into a guest farm, since most of the spawns in the area have been prevented. Make it useful for that. So down here's the blue ice rail over to the end portal. Over here's my another art project. Brands things up. Some horses if you want to go down to our various locations. The two nether fortresses this way. Our ice farm, jungle, mushroom biome, frozen tundra, and the mesa. Won't go down to most of them, but I'll show you the converted part of one of these nether fortresses into a little kill zone, primarily to gather the wither skulls. Spend a fair bit of time just clearing this out, making a big platform where the withers can spawn. Sort of run back and forth across this. Put down a bit of slabs to prevent undesired spawns, but most of the area is still pretty bare. If you don't know how wither spawns work, is they can spawn on any nether brick blocks that are considered within the area of another fortress. So this is actually on the corner of another fortress. It extends off that way. There's some pretty wild, advanced ways of collecting wither skulls, but no matter how you build it, you still have to kill the withers themselves by hand. So if you want to make more beacons, you'll always have to come down here and kill some guys. Of course, this is a good way to collect some blaze rods while I'm down here. The smaller ice farm. Yeah, this was my first ice farm. Basically just a large square of infinite water source, where the blocks underneath here are water, and you can just take a silk touch pickaxe, go through and break those. But this is pretty slow. I didn't realize initially that where snow falls isn't necessarily biome dependent. It's just randomly block dependent. Just because this is all frozen area doesn't mean snow will necessarily fall there. So there will be lots of water patches. I initially made this long line to expand upon the ice farm, but ice doesn't actually generate there. So instead I got my big ice farm. And this one's just set up in some mountains to the west of my base. So all of this area can be snowed upon. And I just have it set up with a bunch of hoppers underneath here. So you can go through, sort of make rounds with a silk pickaxe. And it'll send all the ice back to a chest at the start here. It's a nice fast way of getting ice. This is all just a suspended platform over the top, so I don't have to worry about mobs so much. There's my base. Went through and cleared out a lot of the nearby river biomes so that squids have a higher chance of spawning over in my little farm there. But yeah, that pretty much covers everything that we've all been working on. Lastly, I finally figured out how to make a TNT duplicator. So I have to use that at some point. Mine out an area. Let me know what you thought of everyone's builds. Glad to finally see some of what Joe's been up to. Next up, I'll be fighting the Wither a couple times. Show you what that's all about. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Goodbye.